We are back with another video. Alright, so in today's video, that has been long overdue, but in today's video, we're going to do my birthday video. So, as many of you may not know, my birthday was January 28th, but before we go into that video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Everyone that has been following us, put a little butterfly, and all of our new followers put, gang, fire symbol, emoji, or whatever. So, yeah. Alright, so, my birthday was January 28th of this year. And so, my birthday, I wanted to go out of the state. So, every year that me and Mirka have been together, we go somewhere different for my birthday. So this year, she was like, where do you want to go? And I was like, At first, I wanted to go to California until we found out they were shut down and stuff. So then I was like, well, maybe we can go back to Atlanta because I really liked Atlanta, but it was really cold and it's always cold on my birthday no matter where I go. So I was like, well, I guess we can try somewhere different. So I searched and I was like, well, the last option was Texas. So as you saw from the title of the video, it says Dallas. So we're going to talk about our experience in Dallas for my birthday. So we left for Dallas on, did we leave the day of my birthday or the day before? I think it was the day before. The day before. Yeah. So we left for Dallas January 27th. We left early that morning. So we left from the we got to the airport early in the morning and we got to Dallas around 9. Yeah, but yeah, no, it was 9. It was 9.
It was early.
It was 9 because it was early. It was still early in the morning. And before that, we told the beautiful story that happened.
Yeah.
You want to tell them what happened at the airport?
So we get to the airport, and basically, okay, so we got a rental car, and we went to the rental car place, the company, and we went there. We grabbed the car. They took forever to find us a car. We didn't want something trashy as it was, so we got a new 2020 white Toyota Camry that we will drop a little photo. And so we went there, we was getting ready to leave, and they literally just saw us walk out, got the keys for the car, we gets in the car, we goes to roll out. The lady asked, oh, where's your driver's license and the information for your rental car? But my fiance gave her driver's license, but the rental car was in my name. So she should have just stated you wanted the license from the person that rented the vehicle. So the lady calls on her little walkie-talkie. She's like, well, hold on, one second, because I need to figure out what's going on. She thought we stole the car. So my fiance gives my driver's license to confirm that we literally just got the car. And she was just like, oh, well, next time the person that rented the car need to drive the car and blah,
now,
blah, blah.
pause. On that note, she just said that they should have told us that my name should have been listed. Backtrack to when we were in the place. We asked the lady at the counter, did my name need to be on there? She told us no. Because the way that we booked the rental with the company that we rented with, that was all included with whatever we paid. The additional driver did not have to be listed. They were already covered already. So we were told no. Now we're going to jump back to how they thought we were still in a rental car to telling you what happened in a rental car place. So we were in the rental car place. We're already at the counter with the lady, filling out paper, blase. Tell me why this tall, almost 7-foot man walks into the place looking like Kunta Kinte from Coming to America. Literally. He literally walked over to the counter and put his little fake lion like Kunta Kinte on the counter and said, I need a white Suburban.
No, it was silver.
Silver Suburban. I'm preferred or whatever. It's 4 of us. First of all, No one cares that you're a preferred. Second of all, you just walk in here like you Kunta Kinte with fake rose petals that just laid in front of you, wanting to demand a car for you and your colleagues. I don't care if you were the next white president, the next black president, or anybody famous. If you signed up like everybody else, you gonna wait in line like everybody else. And he wanna walk in there like just demanding stuff like, excuse you, sir. And then he walked over to the person that we were in front of. Like she was supposed to just stop what she was doing and do something for him. I'm like, this is why you don't give black folks high power, because this is what they do. I love black people, but some things it's not necessary. Like he thought he was just supposed to like, and I wish I could have took a picture of this man. But the way the facility was set up, he would have knew I was taking that picture of him. But he literally looked like Kunta Kinte from Coming to America. I will draw a picture right here. That way you can see the reference. Visuals. But yeah, so yeah, let's fast forward back to, us in the car. I just had to put that in there because, yeah, that was, mind you, we had just dropped in Dallas at 9 o'clock. This is all in the matter of an hour. Okay, go ahead, babe.
I forgot where I stopped it.
With the car.
For the most part, though, like.
Okay, so yeah, so we got the car. They thought we were still in the car, stealing. And when we were leaving, like if most people that have gotten rental cars, like the rental places was still within the airport like area. So we got the rental car. And we were in the rental car area driving out with the rental car. How are we going to steal something? We was just in the place and we got papers.
And we were going under the speed limit already because we had to get used to the car because, she has a Honda. I had a Chrysler at the time. So I'm just like...
We ain't from here.
Like, what is your problem?
Like, why are we going to steal something that we are literally renting? If I wanted to steal something, it wasn't going to be no Toyota. I'm just saying. But yeah, so... what happened after that? Oh, we went to Walmart. I'm just gonna keep reminding y'all, this is all within landing. So now it's about
maybe like
almost 11 o'clock. We go to Walmart. We wanted to get some stuff before we went to the hotel we were staying at. Buy some time before check-in. So... And I wanted to take something back that I brought here from our home Walmart. And I was returning it back there since it was just Walmart. We go in Walmart. We go to the customer service area. I wish I could have just recorded this moment because it was ridiculous. So I go to the counter. I tell the lady, I said, excuse me, I'm trying to return, this item or what have you. I don't want it anymore. I just want to get my money back. So she said, okay. It was a little lady or whatever that was standing there, middle age, whatever, doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is, when I gave her the receipt and I gave her the item back,
we're just gonna say, let me add to that what she's saying. The lady was a minority. That's what blowed it. That's what really blowed it. Now I would have expected this from a Caucasian person because it happens a lot. And then the crazy thing was, in the midst of us returning the item, she was talking. I don't talk that much as it is. The lady was busy staring at me like I just did something. I didn't do nothing. I'm literally just standing here on my phone while she's talking. But you can continue.
Yeah. So yeah, you see, the lady was a minority, which is true. She was a minority. So I give her the receipt back. So she's looking over it, making sure, doing her part. So in the midst of her doing her part, she was like, well, can you read the serial numbers off to me in corresponding with the receipt to the item? That's what I'm just like, I know she didn't just do this. I just gave you this receipt. To be exact, I bought the item a day before we left. To be exact. So it's not like I bought it last month or 2 weeks ago. I literally bought it the day before we left. So I'm like, okay. So she asked me, because, she was wearing glasses. So I was like, maybe she can't see it. So the first time she asked me, I was like, okay. I read it out to her. I read it, make sure she saw what I was seeing. Mm-hmm. She got quiet. She started doing her little tut. Then she gonna tell me to read it again. That's what she had me messed up at. I'm like, is she serious? She had me do it the third time. And then at that third time, she gonna call on the walkie. She called on the walkie. She had the manager come over. That's when she really had me messed up. I said, I know this lady does not think I stole this item. She was like, oh, I'm going to have to call the people. What? What? Is you serious? Is you serious right now? So the manager comes over. And the manager was like, the manager herself was also a minority. Also a minority. So she was like, what's the issue? She looked at me and she looked at Miracle. Miracle just standing there looking like, what's the issue? And she looks at me and she see I'm about to really about to have some words with this lady at this register. So the manager, she looks over at the employee. She's like, what's going on? And so the employee, she tells the manager, oh, the numbers aren't matching from the receipt to the item. Can you look at it? I heard her read it 3 times, but it's not matching. And I feel like she stole it. So the manager, she takes both the receipt and the item. This ain't take up not but 2 seconds. She looked at both. She looked at them. She said, they match. Refund. Give her refund. What are you doing? And the soon as the employee was about to utter something else, she gave her that look like, don't even try it. And she looked at me. She was like, it's okay. You have a nice day. I said, thank you. Thank you. Like I said, this is all within landing, people. With landing.
And we thought Florida was bad.
Exactly. I'm like, we come to Dallas and this is the treatment we get. I could have stayed home in Florida. I could have went anywhere in Florida. And I want to go out of state and this is what I get in Dallas. In Dallas. So, after that, the lady processed my stuff, but she was rude with it too after the manager left, because I looked at her like, run me my money because you're not gonna try me. You're not gonna try to put me in jail in a state that I'm not even from here. I'm not from here. Not from here. So she did that. We did our grocery shopping, and then we left Walmart. You wanna tell me what happened after we left Walmart?
I'll let you get started with it. Then I'll finish.
Well, we stopped and got food. We got food from Popeyes. Mm-hmm. It was pretty straight or whatever. And then, we ate and we decided, I took us a little, she didn't know where we was going, but I drove us down to Houston. She didn't realize it till the middle of the trip or whatever. But anyways, so we drove down to Houston. So if no one knows or whatever, Houston is a 3-hour drive from Dallas. Straight shot down, I think it's called 45 or something. But we drove 3 hours down to Houston. Mm-hmm. So we get to Houston. I see my goddad or whatever, saw him, and y'all, we had some In-N-Out burger. When I tell you, In-N-Out, I gotta put this over here because that food was so good. That food was so good. I will put a little picture, of what we had. I think, yeah, we took a picture of it. I don't know. To me, that place honestly reminds me of literally a good burger.
Yeah, that's really good. I ain't gonna lie on that. I'd take that any day. I wish we had one in Florida.
For real. Cause oh my gosh, it was
after that whole Dallas, Houston was really nice. People treat you with respect, no matter the color, your sexuality, or whatever it is. Now back in Dallas, yeah, that's sundown town. If y'all don't know what that means, we can add a definition of that below as well. Just for everyone else to be aware, if you're a minority, especially black, yeah, you gotta actually read into that. It's
crazy. I wish we would have known this before going, because I would have changed it to somewhere totally else. Because if I would have knew Dallas was a sundown town, we would never went. We would never went at all. And yes, we will add definition right here. And also, I will actually put in the TikTok I actually saw of the girl, explain, in straight up what it is, because it was ridiculous.
Is a town where the residents are only white, okay? You can work there if you're a person of color in the daytime, but when the sun sets, you need to be out of there. And if you're not, you can risk being killed, beaten, arrested, ran out of town, or even lynched. And I also heard sometimes the cops don't even intervene if a white person is doing something to you because you're not supposed to be out there after the sun sets anyway. This is mostly down in southern states like Texas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. It is in mostly all states, but it's more common in southern states.
But this is where it gets juicy and messed up. So, we're driving back to Dallas after we had our food. Mind you, we had our food. We had, a little bit of a decent time in Houston. People in Houston are nice. It is nice. The only reason why I would go back to Texas is just to go to Houston because the people are very nice. Dallas, no thank you. Won't even come across, not even the city line. No thank you. But yeah, so we're driving back to Dallas, going to our hotel to go get some sleep. Cause girl, everything. So we're driving back. As soon as we're 20 minutes from the hotel in Dallas. 20 minutes. Mind you, driving. It's dark. It is cold. Cold. I thought it was gonna be a little nice temperature, but it was cold. Freezing cold. Like freezing. Like you can have the air off and the air coming in the car is cold. It was that cold in Dallas. We're driving. And the way the road was set up that I went down, it was like a little bit of like a little hill. So it was like up and it went down. So, of course, things gradually increase speed going down the hill, right? I feel like I'm not stupid. Don't call me out in the comments. But what I've learned is when you go down a hill at inclined speed, right? Okay. In the midst of that, whoop, whoop, I'm like, what? Because what
you doing? Like,
what are you doing? Mind you, this is the first day. This is still the first day of us in Dallas. Mm-hmm. This is nighttime now too. It's freezing cold. We're tired, and we just want to take a bath and go to bed. And we get the whoop whoop behind us. Mind you,
I was knocked out.
She was asleep. So that's why I drove, because when she eats, she gets sleep. So I was like, I will drive. So I drove. Let me backtrack. So on the ride there was no issues. This is where the definition of sundown towns comes into factor. Because going to Dallas, no issues whatsoever. But at nighttime, there's issues. And that's when the whoop whoop. If you know what whoop whoop is, you know where I'm going with this. So yeah, that happened.
And let's not forget, the car was in my name.
Yes.
So he already picked up. He thought it was me driving. And my photo, I have gold chains on my driver's license, and I had basically dreads then as well. So he thought, oh well, I'm finna get me a good one tonight. I'm finna get him like 3-4 tickets. So yeah, you can get finished on that.
Yeah. And remember, we said what we were told at the rental place. I did not have to be on there because it was covered. So yeah. So I'm going the speed limit. I'm within range of the speed limit. And he does that. Mind you, rental cars are tinted.
Yep.
So I gave him more of a reason. He saw what was in the car, so he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull them over. And that's exactly what he did. And then where he messed up at wax, I'm just gonna put this right here. I was literally gonna just drive off, because when I got over on this side of the road, because that's where I was. And there was spacing, where they come or whatever, because they're supposed to come to the driver's side.
And tell me how homeboy, he turned on his sirens, which was already on. Then he started talking on the intercom like we done stole something, or like we got a warrant out for our arrest or whatever the case was.
And said, go on the other side.
Go to the right side. What you mean go to the right? We've been told to go to the left, not the right. So after that, okay, so homeboy basically just like, instead of him going on the driver's side, like I said, I was not driving. I was asleep and it was cold, extremely cold. She was driving. He comes on the passenger side with a flashlight all in my eye, just like scoping me out the whole time while talking to her. I didn't say nothing because I know if anything I would have said, he would have wanted to arrest me. Hey, number one, he probably already thought I was a dude, which I get all the time. It's like I said, at this point, I don't care what you call me. You can call me a girl, you call me a boy. But I think he thought I was a boy, and he was finna search his car. But you can continue on that note.
Yeah, so he started to like flashlight in the car and talking to me at the same time. You looking at her, but you're talking to me when I'm the one driving. So I proceed, I give him my license or whatever. This is where he really like took it to a whole nother level that he didn't have to. He literally called, like he stepped like a 2 feet back from the car, like towards the back of it, and he called on his walkie or whatever, and like literally said my whole government name and was like, is this car stolen? Does she have any warrants out? All that stuff. It is freezing cold, dude. It is 10 something at night, and you doing the absolute most. And before I even had the chance, like in the midst of that, I was looking for the information, the paperwork or whatever that he needed. This man comes back to the window. Mind you, we had to keep the window down the whole time. It's freezing cold. It's like 20 something degrees outside. And in the process of me trying to give him the papers, he giving me, talking about, here, sign. I'm like, what am I signing for? Talking about a ticket for this, a ticket for that. I'm like, are you serious? I just said, I'm in the process of handing him what he needed. He talking about, don't worry about it, just sign it. So he unlawfully ticketed me while I had the information in my hand.
And he knew it was cold outside. He knew it was cold outside. He did not care. And this is where the definition of the sundown town go. You have to look this up, because if you're black and you're outside after a certain time frame, which there is like 9 and 10 o'clock. So if you're on the road or you're doing anything, you will get pulled over. They don't care. They're extremely racist down there. And
they will take you to jail. No man don't care.
The clerk of the county.
Court, mm-hmm.
That, so those people, they wasn't no better than that officer. And we basically try to sit here and explain to them the treatment of that officer. Because if I would have like recorded how he was acting in the midst of me, like shaking, not because I'm scared, shaking because it was extremely cold. And he just didn't care. He found every excuse to ticket for something.
Mind you, I was going the speed limit. But
he made it seem much more than what it was.
Yeah, he really did. So after that, I was like, I'm ready to go home. I want to go home. So and
we already got the bad vibes in the midst of going to Houston to see her godfather. So we already wanted to go then, which in honesty, we should have just left.
Because we should just turned right back around.
We should have just went to California. And honestly, I would have took the quarantine in California over that.
Honestly.
That was a loss of money. And like, imagine, you got 2 tickets. One for improper insurance for the rental car, which we did in fact have the insurance. I even had my insurance cards for my own vehicle. She also had hers. And he didn't want to take that either. But he asked for that. He said no. Then the 2 tickets comes out to $600.
Yeah.
2 tickets.
2?
One for speeding, which she wasn't even speeding. She was going down the hill. So,
and even when I went down the hill,
speed.
I didn't even go over the speed limit when I was going down the hill.
And she had cruise control on most of the time. So I'm just like, come on now. She saw how fast she was going. They always said was whoop whoop. I'm just like, wow. Really, dude. And then another thing, this is something we don't have in Florida, where you can drive a rental car and not have all the insurance that you're supposed to. he gives a ticket for improper insurance. And in the state of Florida, that's not something we have. I'm a criminal justice major, so honestly, I could have contested that. But like I said, we just paid it and went on about our business because it was too much going on.
And it was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold.
And that part, it was extremely cold.
It was cold. So, yeah. So, we go back or what have you. And,
oh, yeah, the rental car. So that night, we drove back. We got back to the hotel. So I said, okay, babe, well, we're going to call them in the morning to basically at least get them to drop that insurance one because we had insurance on the vehicle. Mm-hmm. So first we went to Avis or the rental, whatever the rental place.
We went back to the rental place at the airport. No, we went to the one right around the corner from the hotel. And the lady, we told the lady, this is where it also got somewhere too. So when we told the lady, when we went to the company, and we told her what happened, the information they need for that they told me on the phone to send in. We told the lady, and the lady was a minority. She looked at us. She said, "Are you serious?" I said, "I'm so serious." And honestly, this is our opinion. This is our experience of what we went through. So please don't try to bash us in the comments or say anything negative because it will be deleted. But basically what the lady told us was, they're mad of who's not in office anymore. I just put it that way. And so they've been acting really crazy, in the city area. I was like, so, that also adds to why they probably did what they did. She was like, yeah, that more than likely. Because she said it's been a lot going on. I said, interesting. So she did the paperwork or whatever for us. And she was like, you have to go to where you originally got the car from and, handle everything else from there. It's like, well, okay, thank you. So we took the information. We went back to basically the airport, which wasn't that far. But I will say Dallas driving, terrible. Very terrible. We were aware of this before going. We'll put that out there. But it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. A U-turn is not a U-turn here in Florida where, you just do a U-turn. They have a lane for you to do a U-turn. On top of that, if something is literally you think is right up the street, boo, you're gonna drive a good 20 minutes. And that's not main road. You have to get on the interstate. I said, oh no, exit is on the left instead of the right. That's not for me. That's not for me. Take me back home. I wasn't having it. So we go back, what have you, to the airport. She goes inside to take care of, because everything was in her name, she had to go inside and be the one to speak with everyone. In the midst of that, the clerk whatever, called me back to, get more information in regards to the ticketing or whatever. So I step outside, I'm talking to the lady. This is where I really got fed up and I was really ready to go home. I said, I want to go home now. Because while I'm on the phone talking to this lady, she was absolutely disrespectful. Absolutely disrespectful. Kept cutting me off. Was just rude. Absolute rude.
No alternative options for nothing.
At all.
No driver's school.
At
nothing.
all. And then it was crazy because the first person I talked to the night of the ticket, she was like, yeah, you can just, take the driving course or what have you and go from there. I said, cool. Mm-hmm. So when I talked to another lady that called me the next day in regards to it, and she was like, no, that's only for those that live in the state. I'm like, well, this is miscommunication. Well, misinformation that's being told to me because I was just told the complete opposite not even 12 hours ago. And I was real calm, real nice with her until she started getting a little rowdy. And I respectfully told this lady with a little more aggression that you're not going to talk to me, any kind of way, basically. Mm-hmm. I'm coming with you with respect. I respect the same in return. I'm just trying to figure out, what to do. And she still wasn't trying to help. So basically, in the midst of it, and after all, she just hung up in my face.
Pretty much.
And you know what? I was like, I'm ready to go home. I want to go home. I just want to pay this. And you know what? Whatever comes with it, it's just going to be what it is.
It's like, I had the money saved up. I'm like, I want to do something for her birthday. And while I was in Avis, basically at the airport, and I'm just like telling the lady, she was like, oh, well, you got to pay a fee to drive this car way back to Florida. And I'm like, well, I don't care at this point. I really don't. So I basically paid like 3 times more than what I should have paid because we drove this Texas rental car back to Florida. And not one time did we get pulled over in the midst of this. We drove through New Orleans. We drove through Mississippi. We drove through Alabama, Tallahassee.
And got all the way home.
And got home. No problems. We even drove on the main roads. Nothing happened. But all of this was all in one day. Everything that happened was all in this one single day. So we were ready to go. We left our hotel. We took all our stuff. We got in this rental car. We said we were finna to go.
We canceled our flights and all.
Got money back.
Now, we were there literally 2 days. About 2 days. But one day
was enough.
The only thing we did was we went to the zoo and we went to the arcade.
And we paid for city passes. That's how excited we was to go. We didn't even use all of that at all. And it was just really crazy.
It was a waste of money.
Like, I think for us leaving early and not staying the complete 5 days that we were supposed to, I spent over $2,000. On top of that, with her ticket. And the rental car to go home. To go home. Because we did not want to get back on that flight to go home. Because number one, the airport was straight booty already. The airport was booty. These people had me to pull up my pants to run myself through the scanner. My pants ain't got nothing to do with anything. Ain't nothing in my pants. Like, where they do that at?
Yep. It was a lot.
It's too much going on to Dallas. I mean, personally, our opinion, I don't think, if you're a minority, do not go to Dallas. Go to Houston. Don't go to Dallas.
Yeah, please go to Houston. Everyone was so welcoming, so nice, and everything.
And don't go to Irving, Texas, because that's where the ticket was from.
Yeah.
I can tell you that one.
Yeah. So yeah. But, yeah, so literally, the day of my birthday was when we left. That's when we went to the car rental place, and, we were trying to at least get something situated. But when that was starting to go downhill, she said, babe, what you want to do? I said, I want to go home. She was like, it's your birthday. I said, I know, but I want to go home. I want to go home. Oh, sorry, you guys. We got there on the 26th.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that.
We actually got to Dallas on the 26th. So, but everything that we said that happened the first day, January 26th is when it all started. The 27th,
that's when we made the plans to do. Like,
we went to the zoo, we went to the arcade, and it was just a lot of, I couldn't do it mentally. I couldn't do it.
And people thought we were still in Dallas when we was driving home for 17 hours. People that knew we were in Texas, we dipped. Ain't nobody know we left but us. Nope. And it was really crazy. And that was our first road trip together, besides the one with her mama and Miss Otis. But,
it's not how either one of us wanted my birthday to go. Exactly. But that's how it went. And literally, we left Dallas about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock. We filled up. And we got on the road, and we drove back home.
And we filled up gas like 3 times.
Yep.
Once in Mississippi. No, we filled up the first time was when we left Texas, Mississippi. Then when we got more towards like Florida state line, somewhere.
Yeah, it was towards like the Panhandle area. We filled up one last time, and we was rolling on home.
I drove when we got home. And then this girl, she's a driver.
I
She
drove majority of the way. That's
which is
how
crazy.
determined I was ready to go home.
Like,
I didn't even tell my mom when I was coming home. We told
her
nobody.
dad didn't know. Nobody know.
We just got on the road and left. And thank God no one called. No one called. And it was surprising. No one called. I got a whole bunch of birthday texts, so everyone that texted me, thank you. But I drove all the way home. I literally drove majority of the way home because I was determined. I did not want to be there anymore. I was like, you know what? My birthday's already ruined. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not welcome and I'm going to be treated like a criminal. So I would rather just go home. And that's what I did. We came home. We didn't even tell nobody we was home. Yeah, we didn't even tell nobody we was home.
And we still had to rent a car.
Yeah, and we still had to rent a car.
It was parked outside.
Yeah.
Like, because we still had like 3 days left with the rental car.
But we still took it back
And we
early
took it back.
because I'm not going to look at a reminder of why I'm home.
Exactly.
I didn't want to keep a reminder of why I was home. So we took the rental car back as well. And we was just home, but no one knew we was home. And yeah.
That was our
That's
life.
how my birthday went. And Dallas.
Yep.
And Dallas. But, you know, to those that live in Dallas, if you like it, girl, I love hits. I love it.
Props
It
to
ain't
you.
for us, though. It's not for us. And, you know, after seeing, like, it was crazy. Like, not even last week, we saw someone else got arrested in Dallas. I was like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, everyone else's experience is different. But that was ours. That was my birthday.
Never
yeah.
again.
Never
I would have
again.
took Vegas over there.
Yeah.
We didn't even like Vegas.
We didn't like Vegas.
Like, people hypes about it so bad. I'm just like, we got there. We was like, it's crowded everywhere. People all down the strip.
Yeah, dress up
There's
just to go
casinos
get
everywhere.
food.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
no.
and not just like dress up. You gotta come in there with suits.
Like, you gotta look like somebody. Like, you wanna go to a job interview. I said, no, this ain't what we had. But the only thing I liked about Vegas was the not Grand Canyon, Red Rock Canyon.
Yeah.
That was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
The only thing I liked it was I got to take the picture with the little sign. That was about it.
Yeah.
That was it.
But other than that, never again. But that's another story time. So if you want that story time, comment below Vegas. So yeah, but that was my birthday. That was our experience. And
That's how she spent her 23rd birthday.
yep, that's how I came
Depressing.
in. But at the end, I will go ahead and, you know, put in a little bit of pictures that we did take. That's how you know we didn't stay long.
And you gotta see the rental car. Because every
Yeah.
time we ride now and we see a white Toyota Camry with no tent, that's what we think about.
Ticket.
Like, ticket. I don't ever want a Toyota Camry. That is why.
Not a white one either.
Like, no.
But yep, so that was our time. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on our video. And I will go ahead and post some little pictures that we took. The zoo was amazing. So, but until next video, we will see you guys later.